The pillows are fluff thanks to Miss Emily. The couch is wide enough, join the family. It's all love while we laugh at Bert's criminalities. Hey, 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 welcome to the Sofa Squad. Sipping from the cup at hey, 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 come laugh with the Sofa Squad. Can't roll my damn eyes hard enough. Oh, please, the puppies need me. Ooh, oh, please, my body is rejecting none of that fancy credential stuff. I'm just here for the cringe binge. Hey, 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 welcome to the Sofa Squad. Sipping from the cup and hey, 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 come laugh with the Sofa Squad. Can't roll my damn eyes hard enough. Oh please, the puppies need me. Oh please, my body is rejecting none of that fancy credentialed stuff. I'm just here for the cringe binge. Hey, 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 welcome to the Sofa Squad. Sipping from the cup that hey, 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 come laugh with the Sofa Squad. Can't roll my damn eyes hard enough.
Hello, Sofa Squad. How is everybody doing? I hope y'all are just wonderful. I hope you're just lovely. If you could please drop a number 1 off in that comment section, so that way I know that I'm not just talking to myself, although I do promote and advocate for that because it's got me through my tough times personally. I hope y'all are doing just wonderful. Thanks, Donna. Thanks, Diane. Y'all, welcome all the mods to the sofa. They are here to keep the cushions fluffed, and I do appreciate each of y'all. Thank you very much. So, y'all, today, the first live chat of the day, I guess you could say. So we're doing tonight, and I'm going to post it when I get off of here. But today we're going to be watching the hearing for Bryan Kohberger, another motion hearing. Now, remember, he's going to be getting sentenced next. What's this weekend? Next week. A lot going on next week. Okay. A lot going on, especially on the 25th. So basically starting like the 23rd, 24th, 25th, it's just going to be boom, 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 boom. So we'll be doing a lot of streaming next week, and just know that. So secondly, tonight at 7, I did a post on this channel talking about what do I want to talk about. Well, I heard from, I think, a couple of people in the comment section there, as well as a couple of DMs today asking about the James Craig trial. So on the way to the gym this morning, I listened to Lauren from Hidden True Crimes overview of like day 2 or whatever, you know, she's there at the thing. When I started looking for opening statements, I'm like, I can't find it. So I was like, oh, well, here, there's Scott Reich has the opening statements, and so does Josh with Crime Confidential. And I was like, is this his channel? And I was like, oh, Josh has a second channel where he does a live stream channel. So I emailed him and was like, hey, do you mind if I do a rewatch with your openings? And if you're going to be like streaming like the big trials and stuff like that, I can do yours, you know, going forward, whatever. Absolutely said, yes, use whatever you want to do. So thank you. Big shout out to them. Is that you? Huh? That music. Oh, wait, hold on, y'all. Where is that coming from? Did y'all hear that? Yeah. It's the court TV's like creepy, scary music that they were playing. So long story short, tonight we're going to watch the opening statements courtesy of Josh's channel. And I'll have it posted all there and everything. So there's that. That's my big statement. Chrissy, it's good seeing you. I'm so glad that you're doing as well as you're doing, and hopefully still doing well. Hey, Audra. Hey, Tugs. I hope y'all are doing well as well. Yeah, did y'all hear that music? I literally was just like, hey, Northwest. Hey, Aaron. I was like, where's that coming from? was like, is it my phone? Is it this? So yeah, I'm streaming from the house today because I got an email from the office and they're like, hey, we had storms and since yesterday the AC and the internet's been out. Please, no AC? I was like, no, absolutely not. That's not even a question, right? Seriously. And I've got the book. Where are they? Luke is sleeping in between my calves right now, and Bo is over here. Bo. 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 Yeah. He'll wake up in a little bit. He's calmed now. Okay, so let me get this ready so we can see it when it comes up. Please help. Please continue to help. Your call is more. Please continue to help. I know, right? We're getting fancy over here. Live in the daytime. Oh, you heard the cute. Hey, no, not today. I love your name. Yeah, I was like, what is that music? It was Court TV playing it. Listen, hold on, let me go back to it. Okay, so y'all, I watched last night the One Night in Idaho. I think that's the name of it. Um, and hey, werewolf, I like your name too. Um, yeah, I was over here blubbering. Okay, definitely learned for me at least learned some new stuff in it. Um, it definitely was like, at least for me, it was the most comprehensive look at the victims and their friends through the eyes of their family members. Like I felt like I truly got to know them the best because it was their friend group and obviously their families speaking of them. Um, so on a personal level of getting to know, I know they're not kids, the young adults, but you know what I'm saying. Um, and I'm even sitting here like just getting goosebumps thinking about Maddie's mother. She literally, y'all, I'm talking had me balling. Okay. The watching how each person dealt with something like that, and it really brought it home of like you wake up and your entire world has changed. And like I can't remember if it was Maddie's mom or if it was Ethan's mom, but maybe it was Ethan's mom. And she was talking about um, getting a phone call. She's in the grocery store. And I think Ethan's brother called, and all he could muster out was, Ethan's not here. And she's like, well, go find him. And he's like, Zana's not here. Like he couldn't even like really get it out. And then and I'm trying to like, I'm trying not to get too heavy before we get into this or whatever. She's like, I just walked away from the grocery cart, and I'm like, I can't imagine. I cannot imagine. But yeah, Kylie says my sister literally just texted me. I forget the name of the book that just came out. She has listened to the audio right now, and she said it's so good. So yes, we're gonna read that next for the book club. We're gonna have our book club meeting this Saturday morning. I think it is. I can't remember. Saturday. I gotta look. I've made it this morning, and that's gonna be the book we do next. So, and yes, somebody mentioned the incel community. After watching this docuseries and hearing from the women who run the Facebook groups for the Papa Rogers things, what's going on, absolutely, I think Bryan was an incel. I think he was Papa Rogers. I think that there was a tie into Ethan Rogers. I think, I was like, yes, I've seen, for me at least, because we'll probably never know why he did this. And it also fed into another level of why he pled guilty, because I think that will live almost like if you start looking into an adjacent things like Columbine, all this stuff, that level of infamy, I think he achieved that. That one, let me rephrase that. I think that's what he wanted to achieve, and that was part of it. Yeah, I absolutely. Usually stuff like that, I'm just like, what is it? This is internet stuff. The Papa Roger thing, I was like, sold, sold. Because even before they said this, when they were showing his picture, I was like, that looks just like Brian. Like he just used AI to age himself. And when they made that correlation, I was like, the note says, I enjoy family speaking to the relationship with each student. Wait, hold on. Where'd you go? The Hulu version of his just started. Seems to be the only one. Hold on. Jake. No, you didn't. Jake is obsessed with my coffee. He literally keeps coming up to it and going, like, absolutely not. Absolutely not. You're not having coffee. But yes, no, 100% agree. And that's what was so hard. Like, literally, again, to me, this docuseries painted the best picture of what the four victims' lives and personalities and friendships and relationships were like. Like, of all the things I've watched, I felt like this hit the nail on the head. And then two, so then there's the part about the K's. Yes, we hear. Now, we didn't hear from Dylan or Bethany, but we heard from their friends, like people who were on the 911 call, people who showed up to the house, who walked in and whatnot. You got a better picture of what went down and why things probably happened and unfolded the way that they did in that moment, but also the ramifications of the way that the publicity of this destroyed, and I don't want to say destroyed, it definitely affected all of their lives in negative ways. And y'all, this is another thing too. Okay, so a dude who was in the docuseries who I can't remember. I'm gonna make a video on it with my thoughts that are more formal. I'm just going off the top of my head right now. I felt like he was either a former classmate or something like that. Brian, correct me if I'm wrong if you're watching, if you watched or whatever. Okay, well, he was talking about Brian turning around. So remember when Brian, like, his phone pings back like at 9 something or whatever? Well, he was like, my opinion, my theory is he realized then that he was going to, that he left the what do you call it, the sheath, and he was going back to get it. Because basically the way these people talk about Brian, they're like, no, he would have known what to do. He would have been wearing booties, he would have been like doing this and that, covering up, and the sheath was like a oh no, and he went back to go get it. Now I also think, now who knows, of course, and I'm like, I could totally see that, but also him going back to see, like, returning to the crime. You know what I'm saying? Hold on, I'm gonna sneeze, y'all. Hold on. I'm gonna mute you. All right. Hey, Mandy. I hope work's going okay. Now, for those that are just joining y'all, this is a Bryan Kohberger motion hearing. This is about a gag order. Hey, Jason. And thank you, Jermaine. Jermaine, I'm saying your name right. It's about the gag hearing. So I don't know how long it'll be. Hey, Jen. So we'll say, right. Yeah. The Lost Ronin. Dun, 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 dun. Lost Ronin's making sure our stuff gets to our doors out there. We do appreciate you. Lost Ronin, I hope y'all did okay out your way. I saw Eno was flooded. Oh yeah, they definitely come after like the YouTube/TikTok community for sure in the docuseries. And they specifically call out a few people. Oh, Mandy says it's her first week back after having her baby girl. That's congratulations. That's major. And I'm sure being back that first week is like, I can only imagine. So I hope it's going okay for you. And I'm glad we're here to keep you entertained. They had you out to Liberty. Yeah. Man, I tell you what. Oh, excuse me. Hey, kitty cat, what's up? We were usually not live during the daytime like this, but I was like, oh, you gotta see this. And it kind of just all worked out where I was like, hey, we can do this. I was gonna run to the office and do it, but no AC. Hey, Wing Beats, what's up? So right now we're just waiting on this to pop up. So for those who are just joining, number one, we'll be going live at 7 tonight. I gotta post that. And after we get off here or whatever. And oh, here we go. The live tonight will be rewatching the opening statements of James Craig trial, the dentist who killed his wife, allegedly at this point, right? But I mean, come on. Lauren in True Crime, she's at the trial and doing reports on it. And y'all, I listened to her thing from day 2, hey Trex, and I was like invested, right? This is their little favorite. Well, this is Jake's favorite toy. You want your little taco? Here you go. So yeah. Also, for the book, here we go. It'll come up soon. Now, what will happen, y'all? Pardon me. Is when this starts up. Number one, drop a number one, so I know that you can hear it or whatever. And I'll mute myself and I'll make the screen bigger. And hey, Mad, yeah, she did do a great recap, right? Yeah, I was listening to her on the treadmill this morning. I was like, go on, Lauren. Go on, spell that T, girl. I mean, the case is just so. I mean, you know what it reminds me of? If you've been following any of it, it reminds me of Anthony Todd. Okay, I'm very curious. I don't know if he's taking the stand, but I mean, it was so obvious. Hey, unicorn rancher, I want to come to your ranch and see unicorns. Mandy, I have not heard of that case. Which one is that? Is it currently going on right now? Hey, Heather Feather. But this one so far, so basically he the parts that I heard, I haven't watched. I was like, okay, now that I'm interested in it, I was like, we'll rewatch the opening statements. When I say rewatch, like they're old, obviously at this point. I haven't watched them yet, but I was like, I can wait to watch them. So I was listening to Lauren's recap talking about the witness on the stand, which I guess is like maybe a worker or assistant there who was having an emotional affair with him at the office. He's a dentist, and he had ordered cyanide and shipped it to the office. Well, he texted her talking about, I got to do my little props here, talking about, look, I'm doing a personal package to the office. Don't open it. Well, somehow by hook or crook, it was open, right? And thinking it was the wrong, like a package for the office. And so she was like, oh, I saw that it said cyanide. And this would 100% be me, right? Probably it was. And she's like, so I put it away, but then he got the better of me. Thank God it did, right? And she's like, I Googled whatever phosphate cyanide later. I was like, huh, okay, huh. You know, as she starts going down the rabbit hole, and then she starts putting 2 and 2 together of like, well, what are the 19 in Northwest says also ordered 19 bottles of Visine. Now, one thing to keep in mind, and Lauren mentioned this in her thing, is she was like, you know, they are LDS, so like they do food prep and things like that. So it was trying to play I guess the Visine part was trying to be played off like, no, we just have lots of stuff. You know what I'm saying? So long story short, when the wife eventually dies, like literally somebody's calling us out and to the point of the phone. I don't know the names exactly right now. I gotta, I'm just giving you a synopsis. But the dude's on the phone with the dentist guy who killed his wife, talking about, finally had to say, I know you ordered cyanide to the office. Like, I know you got this. What did you do? And he finally had to be like, look, she made me get it. She wanted to like play a game of chicken to like, take her own life. And as soon as Lauren said that part, I was like, look, this is giving Anthony Todd 100%. Like, I was like, I can't wait to hear day 3, right? Pardon me. So we'll see. Curious if he used the Costco defense. I don't. Maybe so, right? So I'm curious to see. So now I'm very curious to hear the defense because I believe the opening statements is what I mean. I believe that's going to be his thing, is that the almost like an Anthony Todd thing of my wife wanted to unalive herself. I don't know. Hey, Shirley Temple. Northwest says where are you? Everyone wants to suffer a week for self-harm. No, right? Literally. I mean, Anthony, remember, I think we watched Anthony Todd for Revisiting Evil over here. I mean, y'all, it's just no. Hey, Leanne, are you trying to stop going through? I'm not sure. Is it like a glitch on the computer, or is it not popping up? Or I see things differently on my end than y'all do. Let's see who the rankings are. So y'all, I forget about this because I look at it in StreamYards. So y'all, the crowns next to the names, YouTube's doing a new thing where it like ranks people live chat. So it's 1 through 10. If you click the crown next to somebody's name, you can see the rankings, and it just depends like how much you're commenting and stuff like that. So there's that. Oh, and Christy, let me ask you this. I just saw this on StreamYards, and I'm curious. I don't know if it's gone through yet, but they're saying that YouTube is doing something now where the ads will play like the live chat will keep going and the ad will play next to it. You see what I'm saying? I was trying to figure it out beforehand, and I don't know if it's everybody has access to it or I don't know how it goes, but I don't know. But I'm curious to see if that is how it plays out, because instead of stopping the thing and playing it, it's like going to do it simultaneously or something like that. It was pretty cool sounding. Please hold on. I'm going to mute you for a second while I drink. Or mute myself. Sorry. Hello, Octavia. Y'all have such an awesome Shirley Temple, Octavia, such beautiful names. Oh. Note that YouTube had quadrupled their ads as pushing premium. Oh, I can imagine. Yeah. And which the actual ad you were there. Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know if they've rolled it out for everybody. I'll be curious if y'all have seen that coming out like on other live streams, because the way they described it was like, to me, I was like, oh, this is going to be a game. So see how this is right now on the screen where it says cool, we'll begin soon? It'd be like, that's the ad and the live stream still going over here, right? So I'm like, awesome. You know what I'm saying? Excuse me. Kylie says, I got rid of my streaming service for music and basically most others I invested in premium a few months ago. I'll never look back and don't need to go. Aim and girl. Okay, let me tell you what. So depending on the level, and I don't know how it works right now. Hey, Style Chat. Hey, JJ. So YouTube Premium. I have that, and I think there's different levels. So basically, like say I put like, hey Shayna, a few people on it, like I don't know, like my cousin, I think Matt's on it, I think a couple of friends on it. One of my friends literally is like, that is the best birthday present you've ever, like, number one, it's like it's endless, right? But he's like, that is the best birthday present ever. He's like, I didn't know like there's a world, it's game changer, right? So it sounds a bit rough. Hold on. I'm using my kind of weird microphone. It might be because of this, but I'm not using the fancy one. But yeah, for me, YouTube Premium, I do my music. So like when I listen to like at the gym or whatever, I do that, and then no ads, and yeah, so because here's my thing, a lot of YouTube that I listen to, well, number one, it's obviously like work, right? So I wanted to like record things and do that. I don't want ads popping up. But secondly, I listen to YouTube to go to sleep, and I treat it like a pod. This is huge right here, y'all. And I don't know if they changed this, but YouTube Premium, you can turn the phone screen off like that with it. I'm worth every penny for that alone. So I treat YouTube like a podcast. So it's like, if I'm listening to something, I can turn the screen off. It doesn't stop it. And then two, at nighttime when I go to sleep, I don't want some crazy loud ad coming on or whatever. Yeah, so for me, it's my gig, okay? And other streaming things, so like I don't even think we pay for Netflix. We do at this point the free versions of stuff that you can do free. You know what I'm saying? So like I think Netflix does that, or Hulu. Because I mean, for me, YouTube is my biggest thing. I know, right? Turning off the background is like, it's literally the small things in life for me at this point. Y'all, please, before we get started, let me ask you all those. Hey, please, Amy, how's it going? I hope the new house is going. Oh, here we go. Okay. Hold on. Please hold. We're in a conundrum already. Please hold.
1665. Present today by video is the defendant in custody with counsel, Ms. Taylor, Ms. Barlow, and Ms. Massoth. State is represented by Mr. Thompson, Mr. Hurwitz, and Ms. Jennings. On behalf of the media petitioners, we have Ms. Olson and Mr. Pedersen.
Thank you.
Today's hearing is to discuss the media's request to terminate the non-dissemination order. The state filed a response indicating it was no longer objecting to that, and the defense did file an objection indicating that they do have a continued objection to lifting the non-dissemination order. I've read the briefs that have been provided by the parties, and I'm going to attempt to shortcut things here a little bit by asking whether the defense, who is the objecting party, has anything additional to add beyond what it had in its briefing before. I don't know that I need to hear from, frankly, the petitioner. I think the briefing was adequate, so let me just start with Ms. Taylor to see if there's anything else she wants to add.
Your Honor, there is not, but if there's further argument, Ms. Barlow will be making that argument on behalf of the defense.
All right. And to be fair, Ms. Olson, was there anything you felt was important to add that was not contained within your briefing?
Your Honor, we would just briefly say in response to the defendant's brief, we certainly understand the expressed concern about the media coverage of their client. We don't think continuing the non-dissemination order helps that at all. It simply continues to limit the ability of the members of the press to reach out to the people who know the most about the case. It doesn't obligate them to say anything. We also understand that they expressed that there was a due process right related to the sentencing. I read the case that they submitted. I think that there is obviously a due process right at sentencing, but I don't think that case is really it doesn't provide any guidance to the court here, because that was about information provided to the court. And given the very limited scope, and we understand it's very important, but given the very limited scope, what's to be decided at the sentencing, we don't think the arguments that Mr. Kohberger made should outweigh at this stage the First Amendment rights of our clients. Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. All right. In light of that response by the media outlets or interested outlets, Ms. Barlow, do you want to add anything?
I would only say, Your Honor, as this court is well aware, the publicity in this case is so extensive and emotions are already so high that adding fuel to the fire of media interviews or a rush to interview people as they leave the courthouse or enter the courthouse would only increase the concerns that the defense has. And even though the plea has a specific sentence attached to it, as this court is well aware, things happen in plea hearings and, sentencing hearings. And to minimize the possibility of that, we request that this order stay in place.
All right. Thank you. All right. As the court has considered the petition, frankly, the court was prepared at the time the plea was entered to lift the non-dissemination order in order to give the parties time to evaluate that and to ensure I wasn't missing anything. When both sides objected, I agreed to continue the non-dissemination order. I also indicated that I would have the potential to look at that again before sentencing, because frankly, I anticipated the motion from somebody, in this case, the Ms. Olson and her clients, was likely to be coming. At this point, I do not believe the purpose of the non-dissemination order, the primary purpose, which is to ensure that we can seat a impartial jury, is any longer at play. The concerns identified by the defendant, while certainly not to minimize those, they are concerns and they are significant concerns. I do not think, however, the non-dissemination order and the right of the public to information is outweighed or outweighs those rights, I should say. And frankly, I don't think that lifting the non-dissemination order will meaningfully impact those concerns. I mean, the media frenzy, as it has been described, will continue regardless. It is a little bit like a, water will find low ground. In this case, the media is going to write about something regardless about this case. The lifting the non-dissemination order does not require the counsel or others who were previously bound by it to speak. And the state has indicated that they don't intend to until after the sentencing. And certainly I would hope that the media interests would respect those positions and give people the space that they need and request. In terms of, for example, the defendant's family and others coming and going at the sentencing, we intend to have, as we did before, appropriate security measures in place to ensure that they, as well as the victims, are allowed to get in and out unscathed by the media, if that's what they wish to do, or if they wish to speak to the media, they can do that as well. At this point, I just don't think that I can justify the continuation of the non-dissemination order. I think the rights of the public to information in this case is paramount, given the fact that a plea has been entered in this case, and so I'm going to lift the non-dissemination order. But I want to point out what that means and what it doesn't mean. So obviously nobody's required to speak to the media, first of all. Second of all, I want to be clear that the court's prior preservation order to the parties is not lifted and continues to stay in place. And so it's important to understand that those obligations still exist. And then the other thing I want to point out is that by lifting the non-dissemination order, that does not convert sealed documents to unsealed documents. Documents previously sealed by the court are still sealed. Now, I see the media also filed a petition to be heard to unseal everything. I'm denying that outright. The request to intervene, because I think it's premature at this point. So the court will its intent is to, after sentencing, begin the process of reviewing all the sealed material in this case to determine what should be unsealed and what should not be unsealed. That process will include an opportunity for counsel to register any objections to unsealing documents, specific documents, and request to redact certain sealed documents before they are unsealed, or unseal them in a redacted form. I intend to do that in groupings of documents at a time. As I sit here now, my thought is I'm going to start from newest to oldest, because those are the ones that I have the most working knowledge of as to the reason for the sealing of the documents, as well as the content of those documents. And so I think I can get through those more quickly. As we move backward in time, it's going to take further, more extensive review by the court to figure out, to obviously review the content of those documents, listen to those hearings, et cetera, and determine why they were sealed and whether that rationale still is necessary, or that rationale still requires the documents to maintain that sealed status. And so before everybody gets out their pen and paper and sends in public records requests, understand those will be denied for sealed records until they are unsealed. And that process is going to take time. And I'm not talking days. I'm probably not talking weeks for that to be accomplished. So I hope people understand patience will be required to get through that, as I'm going to have to review those myself to make those decisions. Now, we may be able to speed things up if neither party objects to groupings of documents or specific documents being unsealed. But it's important to review those because those documents may include information that, pursuant to Rule 32, are not to be made public, including birth dates, social securities, information about minors and victims, and information that would be essentially inappropriate to unseal, including protection of individuals from undue harassment, et cetera. And so that's just going to take time. In addition, I'm unlikely to unseal much until after sentencing and after the appeals period has run. Now, I recognize the plea agreement includes a waiver of the right to appeal, but as the parties probably know, the U.S. Supreme Court in Garza versus Idaho has indicated the fact that a defendant waives the right to appeal doesn't mean they don't have the right to appeal. And so it may affect the outcome of that appeal, and it may affect the underlying case and the plea agreement. But nonetheless, the right to appeal does not go away because of the waiver. And so I think it's important for that time period to also play itself out to see that it goes the way that I think people intend and expect it to. And so I will be entering an order in the next week or so outlining the process for the review of the sealed records. And counsel will need to maintain a presence in the case in order to review those materials as they are proposed to be unsealed by the court. Because the timeline that I will likely give you will not be, I suspect, extensive as for each group of records. So I might give you 14 days, for example, to provide a response as to a group of, a dozen or a couple dozen records at a time. So just sort of heads up and fair play with respect to that. Any questions by the parties about the ruling today?
Not from the state, Your Honor. Thank you.
No questions from the defense. Thank you.
So Olson, do you have any questions?
And I don't, Your Honor. I wasn't certain if I was included within the parties. I would just say I think that the court's proposed manner of moving forward on the sealed records will likely largely address our interests, and we appreciate the court setting that out in this hearing today.
Yeah. If certain records after review maintain their sealed status, it would be at that point that I would entertain requests for me to consider that more formally and to have a voice in that. But I think until I've gone through that process, it's premature, which is why I don't intend to take up your motion, your more recent filed motion at this time. So,
Thank you, Your Honor. We appreciate that.
All right. And with that, then we are adjourned. Thank you. I'll see you next week.
Thank you, Your Honor.
I was not expecting that. I was not expecting that. I mean, I'm pretty surprised. So cool. So yeah, we're gonna find out a whole new layer of stuff, I guess. Oh, excuse me. So wow, that's gonna be interesting, y'all. Yeah, I did not think that he was gonna do that. I thought it was really leading up to him being like, yeah, I'm not gonna release it or whatever. So yeah, here we go. I thought it was also interesting where he was like, okay, I'm telling y'all, don't be doing all these little FOIA requests right away because they're going to get denied or whatever he said. There you go. So we're going to find out an even more. Even more. That's crazy. I'm kind of dumbfounded. I'm so used to I know we do other things here or whatever, but with the mushroom case or whatever, you know how this was so like locked down and whatnot. And so for him to be like, sure, let's go. But I mean, again, it's resolving itself. Here, so Kimberly asked, you have to pay for FOIA. Yeah, so a lot of them you do, and they can be very expensive depending on what it is. So a lot of these channels that you see that do like these big, like, I got the police cam footage or the whatever it is, right? Those like videotapes, stuff like that, they can be very expensive. Oh, thanks, Peachy Keen. I appreciate it. I hope you're doing well. No, are you talking about no, are you talking about the Idaho 4 book? Hold on one second. I'll look at, I think James Patterson wrote it, but let me look it up real quick. Hold on. Book. Let's see here. The Idaho 4 by James Patterson and Vicki Ward. So that's the name of it. So yeah, definitely be on the lookout because you're going to see a lot more information coming out about this case now that he's done that. And people talking and things of this nature. So I'll be very curious to see if we hear even more from the people who are close to the victims and whatnot. So yeah, there you go. So they are going to lift the gag order, you know, with some caveats, basically. So be on the lookout for it. Kara says, I love that Peachy King gifted the membership to Shirley Temple. Sounds like a bedtime story. It makes me feel comfy. I like that. Hey, Tori, how's it going? So there you go. So yeah, for everybody just joining, we're going to recap a couple of things. Yes, they are lifting the gag order. So be prepared to learn some more information and whatnot coming out. Also, 7 o'clock, we're going to do a rewatch of the opening statements of the James Craig trial. So I'll post that. I'm going to go set it up or whatever. I have not watched the opening statements, but I've listened to Lauren from Hidden True Crime talk about it on her channel. She's at the trial doing a recap of, doing recaps like she does. So there you go. But that's it. So I'm going to go ahead and run so I can get some stuff done here this afternoon. I'll get that live chat set up. And that's all. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, mods, for being here. And I hope you all have a wonderful afternoon. Until I see you here in a few hours, we're going to listen to Slow Morrison's theme song of the sofa on our way out the door. I love y'all. I will see you this evening. Hasta la vista.
The pillows are fluff thanks to Miss Emily. The couch is wide enough. Join the family. It's all love while we laugh at first criminalities. Hey, 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 welcome to the Sofa Squad. Sipping from the cup at hey, 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 come laugh with the Sofa Squad. Can't roll my damn eyes hard enough. Oh, please, the puppies need me. Oh, oh, please, my body is rejecting none of that fancy credential stuff. I'm just here for the cringe binge. Hey, 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 welcome to the Sofa Squad. Sipping from the cup and hey, 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 come laugh with the Sofa Squad. Can't roll my damn eyes hard enough. puppies need me. Oh please, my body is rejecting none of that fancy credentialed stuff. I'm just here for the cringe binge. Hey, 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 welcome to the Sofa Squad. Sipping from the cup that, hey, 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 come laugh with the Sofa Squad. Can't roll my damn eyes hard enough.